Here's my setup. The old Fox Pro up in the tree there. We got some good video of this. I think it's gonna be a nice bobcat. There he is. Wow, that's a nice bobcat. Goodness. All right. Make sure you're dead here. Yep. Wow. Hunting on these things for over 8 years. Had 2 in the crosshairs. One I couldn't shoot because it was out of season earlier this year. Second one was right in this area. Really, I mean within 10 yards of this area. That this is probably 6 years ago. That I was afraid to pull the trigger because I thought I would damage the pelt. But I was really new at it, and I should have went ahead and shot. And I've seen another one down here, so this is actually the 3rd bobcat I've seen in this area. That thing's going to be pretty. Looks like I made a good shot on him. Oh my goodness. That is a nice bobcat. Oh my goodness. First one. Wow. Well, I appreciate y'all tuning in to some more of my predator hunting. Today, the good Lord blessed me with a bobcat. It's my first bobcat. The female, it's like a pretty decent sized one. I'm not a real expert on bobcats. I've had 2 of them in my scope. One I couldn't shoot earlier in the year because it was just too early in the season. The season wasn't in yet. And one down here in the same spot, 10 yards away from where I just killed this one. I had it in my scope, but I was afraid to shoot because I thought I might tear it up. That was 6-7 years ago when I was pretty new at this. I just didn't want to tear it up. So I want to have this one mounted. It's a nice female. It's a big thing. Look at the spots on that thing. She's pretty. Sat down here for about, just right at an hour, playing some rabbit calls, some mostly distressed rabbit. Let's get kind of a closer look at here. It's really pretty. Man, that thing, she's heavy. Get a good 20 pounds. Time coming. Wanted one of these for a long time. It's beautiful. It's come about 10 minutes from the time I saw it when I got to shoot it. Maybe not even that, maybe 5 minutes. And I just caught a glimpse of it. It's come in, and in the snow. This is our first real snow of the season. It's about 8 or 9 January, something like that. And it was the first snow. It had just snowed. And the first one we've had. We didn't have any during Christmas or anything like that. We had all those floods. It's been really rough out around here in Missouri. But I'm pretty excited here. But I started off with some rabbit calls, and I let them go up and down. Mostly keep them low, but give them up so they can hear you, and then keep them down. A good friend of mine showed me that, and that has worked for me. But this is the first time I've connected with one. It's beautiful. She's gonna be so pretty. And then I went from the rabbit calls to the freaky squeaks, and freaky squeaks and luscious lips, I think they call it. A couple of the Fox Pro sounds. That's what I called another one in that I wasn't able to shoot, was using that luscious lips and freaky squeaks calls on the Fox Pro, and it came in to that. But and then probably, let's say 50 minutes into the calling sequence, that's a big cat. That is a mature female. You got some young ones around here somewhere. But then after that, I decided to go to some of the woodpeckers. So I have that male cardinal. I think it's Mark Olis, super guy that's the editor of the Predator Extreme, or Extreme Predator, or Predator Extreme. The guy that he was featuring in one of his articles was talking about switching the calls up and using that male cardinal. So I was using a little male cardinal, and then at the end of that, I switched over to the what do you call that thing? One of the woodpecker ones, the Northern Flicker, I believe. It's a Fox Pro call, a Northern Flicker, and then I just switched over to the woodpecker. I was starting to get a little restless. I've been right at an hour into calling, but I told myself I was going to stay here for an hour and a half. I don't care what happened. And I just about screwed it up. I'm starting to get fidgety, but I had some good cover down here. I love this thick hunting. This is my first year that I'm trying this close quarter hunting, and so far I've called in a couple of coyotes that I've seen them, but I haven't been able to get the shot because it was difficult to. They just wouldn't close the distance. I wasn't using a decoy on that. I think that was a mistake. I'm going to use a decoy to call them in the thick woods. Everything I've read, and some friends of mine are telling me that you use a decoy so they can see it when they get close. And they'll close the distance. She gets pretty spots. Well, I'm pretty, if you can tell or not, but I'm pretty excited about this. Shot it with a 223 AR, and I love my 308, but I don't want to have that. That's a little rough on them. But my goodness, I'm pretty tickled about this. Well, appreciate y'all tuning in and watching all this. A sport that I love so much. I appreciate any of your comments, and let me know how you're doing. And there's just nothing else to say, but I'm just tickled to death. And thank the Lord for all this. And just thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much.